Hi everyone, how are you? Good evening. I have missed you guys so much. Thank you for joining me this evening, and let's just say a quick hello to everyone that's joining while we're waiting for everyone else to come in as well. Hi Karen, hi Natasha. Do pop it in the chat and say hi. If you haven't been here before, my name's Claire from Claire Manning Creative. I design my own stamps, stencils, dies, and I do card demonstrations and stamping and sometimes watercolour and bits and pieces. Hi Margaret, hi Tracy. So we've got an hour live today where I'm going to give you loads of information. So there will be a bit of talking from me at the start. Loads of bit of information of stuff that me and Natasha have been working on. Loads of sneak peeks and previews of what's coming in our new April collection. And then a nice demonstration for you as well. Hi Steph. Steph's just sneaking in. She's on a uni lesson. Not a problem. So how are we all? First of all, it's been a beautiful week. I've got no lights on here. This is all natural light. I feel like my hair looks a little bit crazy. Natural light. And it's just wonderful, isn't it? Although I say all this about the lovely weather and then it's due to snow by the end of the week. So who knows? But spring is on the way, right? Hi Cleo, hi Sue. So lots of you joining in now. So let me give you a bit of an update of what I'm gonna talk about tonight, and then what I'm going to show you craft-wise. So you may have seen the not so very sneaky peeks. Hi Roxy. About Claire Manning Creative going to the HobbyMaker channel, the new HobbyMaker channel, which has only been going for what, 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. And we are absolutely thrilled. Me and Natasha have worked really hard on this, and yeah, I spoke to them a couple of times. Obviously, I'd done a show in February on the craft store that's now Create and Craft. So not that we weren't happy there or anything like that. It was great. But looking forward, I think having a new channel to go to gives us a really unique opportunity as a fairly new company ourselves, to really reach as many of you guys as possible. It gives you guys more of an option about where you buy from and what offers and things like that. You get to see more demonstrations from me, and we're going to have more time on air, which is one of the main things. It is close to home and all that kind of stuff, which is really important as well for us as a family, and for me working. Just say hi to everybody else. Hi Amy. I said hello Joe. Subi. So yeah, those are important things as well. But the biggest thing, as you know, for any growing company is to get ourselves out there as much as possible. So the big thing is that we've got 2 hours on our first ever show day, which is this Friday, the 1st of April. So I said I wanted to do an April launch, and they said, how about the 1st? And I thought that was absolutely amazing for them to allow me to do that. And then I've got another show later on in the month, which I'll tell you about closer to the time. So far already, we've got 3 fabulous hours of demos and bits and pieces to show you in just the first month we're going to be there. And they've managed to, along with us, we're working really hard and really quickly. And poor Natasha's been, you know, really working away today. We've managed to turn it around really quick. So you will see an official announcement for them. They've got all my details and things like that, so that it'll all be on their website and their social medias. But it's very exciting, and I just can't wait to get there. They all seem absolutely lovely. Lots of you know Andy Love from Create and Craft. So he was a producer-presenter there. He's also a producer and management over at HobbyMaker, and lots of other familiar faces. And I'm totally in love with all the other brands that are there at the moment as well. Some of my really good crafty friends in the industry are also already there. So we're already talking things like collabs and exciting stuff to come and takeover days and stuff like that. So I'm really excited that all that kind of stuff will happen. Anyway, enough about me. Hi Melanie. Who else have we got? Everybody just saying hello to each other. But it's lovely to see you all. And would you like to see some of the new collection that's going to be on Friday? I'm sure you would. So let me, watching it last week. Yeah, so just to answer a few little things as well as I'm showing you. Some people have mentioned the quality of the, sorry, let me just flip back because I want to talk to you face to face for this. So some people have mentioned the quality of the, it's not streaming, is it the broadcast for HobbyMaker? So part of that they're working on already, so it's not currently broadcasting in HD. It's not the cameras that they're using, it's the channel that they're on isn't broadcasting HD at the moment. It's something they're looking at. How quickly that will happen, I don't know. Lots of people have mentioned that they found, if you want to or if you can, to watch on an iPad or a computer screen or something like that, because the cameras are HD, they're getting a better quality picture from that. So if you really want to see the detail in my demonstrations and the products and things like that. So website as well. At the moment you can't just kind of go on and shop, but that's coming very soon. So you'll see in the TV guide where my name is on Friday, and I'm in at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So just got an hour's gap in between. I think that's Crafty, is it? Or Let's Craft or something like that. Is in between. There's only the two of us all day. And yeah, you'll be able to click on and see all the lovely products from there. So yeah, very exciting times ahead, Margaret, thank you. And glad to hear you got your sunflower today. I wasn't ignoring you, it's been a bit of a hectic day. As you can imagine, it's been a bit of a hectic few weeks, I'm not going to lie. But let's show you what we've got. So, if you prefer to buy direct from my website, I will do a normal YouTube next Monday as well with this collection, the new collection. That's fine, but as always, when I used to be on the other channel as well, the TV channels tend to do really good bundle offers and things like that for you guys. So it's always going to be the cheapest option. And on Friday, it will be exclusive. So it will be the only place through HobbyMaker that you can get this new collection. No pre-orders this time, I'm sorry, Sue. It will literally just be HobbyMaker on Friday, and then whatever stock is remaining to my website on the Monday. So I've been so excited about this stamp, and I've been looking all day for the original painting, and I think I can find it. So the collection is called Buzzing for You, and that's because it was based around this watercolour bee that I drew. So that kind of doesn't make much sense, does it, in that packet there? Look at it and you think, one of the poor guys at HobbyMaker was like, I know that's a layering stamp, but I have no idea what that makes. Let me pick just one of the samples quickly, and you will see loads more of the samples on HobbyMaker on Friday and on my website. But can you see the bee? So it layers up. It is absolutely huge as well. That's an 8x8 card, so it's a really good size. And so you've got a layer for his body. So if you want to do the traditional colours like this, or even darker, these are both from Natasha. So it's really easy. I'll show you live on the show as well. But you basically do this in a yellow, this in a darker, and then this in a black, or even white if you want white wings. But it is absolutely amazing. So it came from, I did this watercolour image. Here's another one, look. Flying down on a flower that you'll see in a minute. But I'm so, so pleased with him. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a bee stamp like that of you. So the girls have been, the design team girls have been begging me for ages and ages to do a layering stamp. So I painted this bee and I thought, I wonder if I can do it. So it stretched my digital skills a little bit as well to make it work. But I think it's absolutely worth it. Do you? Rainbow bees. Who on earth thought in this world that we would need a rainbow bee? But I absolutely now can't live without rainbow bees. Now, I'm showing you this because Kerry absolutely hates this card that she made, and I have zero idea why. I'm trying to not get the reflection of the camera. Isn't that absolutely amazing? So she's just heat embossed layer 2 and 3, if you like. And I tried to make it really easy on the packing, but like I say, I'll show you on HobbyMaker anyway. So you just go 1, 2, 3 down. It's really, really easy. Some of these backgrounds you'll see in a little while as well. Here's another rainbow bee. Who knew we needed rainbow bees in our lives? Isn't it absolutely cool? I'm really, really pleased with it. Anyway, so your sentiments in that set are thank you for being there. So you've always got to have a little bee pun, haven't you? But I know there has been some more kind of cutesy, cartoony style bee sets out there with puns in before. So I've tried to do different ones. And then we've got Buzzing for You, which is the collection's named. So this hopefully will be the first of lots of layering stamps. There might be flowers, there might be animals, there might be insects, whatever. But this will be part of what we'll call the lovely layered stamps range. So let me show you what else is in the collection. So everything will be available in a bundle and then individually, both on HobbyMaker and my website, but the bundles may be different and the pricing will certainly be cheaper on Friday because between us and HobbyMaker we're doing like a ridiculous amount off because it's a brand launch as well. So yes, stamps and stencils, I'll go through how many is in there at the moment, in a moment, sorry, and then I'll explain any other bits as well that are going on the show. So this is another A5 stamp. So you can stamp out your honeycombs. You've got a couple of different sizes. These are amazing little background builders that I'll show you some samples of how the girls have used them. That's like a real honeycomb bit. You've got a little U in there as well. I just had a bit of space, so I thought I'll put you a sentiment. You can fill these if you want. It's really, really fun. And of course, it's going to go perfect. But I like hexagons anyway, do you? With other things. Of course, it's going to be perfect to layer. So, there's another bee from Steph, and she's used some of it. That is Steph, yep. And I'm just reaching over. I've got a giant pile of cards here. Putting them back. One from Natasha with the flower that's coming up. I'm going to show you quite a lot here, actually. Steph's made this fabulous, like, full background card with those hexagons. Isn't that really fun? Kerry's mixed in with gem embellishments. So she's used one of the little bees. And of course, on my website, there's still some of those available if you want to mix and match those in. If you haven't been here before, my website is in the description below and it's clairemanningcreative.co.uk. Fabulous one from Gemma Reed. Now, I apologise, I'm not showing any from Leanne and Gemma Hines yet because they're on the way. They're in the post for me. And a couple of my favourite bees, I think, from Gemma Reed here. A shaker one with loads of our lovely sequins. And this one, which has got a tiny bit of micro on. So you can see, just even without adding too much extra, she's put vellum leaves on this one, which I think I'm definitely going to show you how to do on Friday. I don't even need to see anything else. I know I did it all. Oh, bless you, Tracy. Hi, Danny. Sorry if I've missed it, people joining as well, because when I'm showing things to the camera, I have to concentrate and check I've got it in the right thing. So there's actually 4 A5 stamps in this collection and some A6s, but so it is a little bit bigger in terms of the sizes of the stamps, but I really wanted these bees and this flower to be a really good size so they can be used on their own or together. And I thought if they're too piddly and too small, I don't know, I really want them to be a huge focal point. So this is going to be part of what we're going to call the Designer Blooms range. So I'm going to be doing lots of these flowers where you get different foliage and different flower heads, and then you can build them together. So this one's a cosmos, which is why it's got some kind of funny shaped leaves and almost little, not tendrils, what do you call them? But when I had a look at cosmos on Google and stuff and all the different photos of them, they all seem to have this little wiry bit of foliage. So I thought you could have fun with embossing with these and different coloured inks. And then he's just the perfect size to land on that cosmos. So let's have a look at some more, maybe with the cosmos on its own and then with the bee as well. So it's a beautiful flower as it is. That's Steph. Gorgeous colours, that. Oh, I've got myself stuck on this one. Oh no, Steph, one of your bees has got stuck. There we go. I prized it off. Look at that. Stamped and layered. Absolutely stunning. What else? Beautiful colours. Spring night colours from Kerry. So we'll have lots more ideas as well coming from Leanne and Gemma. These are both Gemma Reed, I think, yeah. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it, that cosmos? And these are the 2 hand-drawn parts of the collection. The bee and the cosmos. And you'll look out for that sentiment in the middle. Yeah, so sometimes it's really nice, isn't it, to build your own. So sometimes you want something, you've seen me do a lot of kind of floral ones where your composition, if you like, is done for you and you've just got to stamp it and colour it in. And then other times you want to be able to control a little bit more without having to chop in and lose bits. So I just want you to be able to, with different designs in my range, if you like, to be able to pick. Oh, Sue. You are so cute, thank you. Couldn't really have had 2 smaller flowers with that bee. Exactly, so I wanted it to go. So when I showed that first one, Natasha, looking at him, that's exactly, it's really weird because Natasha she was with me when she was making this, but I didn't influence at all. But she's got almost every piece. She's got the hexagons there, and I didn't tell her, how I envisaged it or what to do or anything like that. And this is kind of what I had in my mind when I designed it all, that this bee would be landing on this flower, imagine him taking the pollen, and that's a big 8x8 card. So absolutely beautiful, but you could do that same thing on a smaller card if you're into the small as the 5x7. It would fill it, but you could still absolutely do it. So the last one of the A5s in the collection is this. I'm just obsessed with this pattern. Has anyone else got this on I've seen it so many times in kitchen tiles and floors and things like that and interiors. Oh, hi horse. What's the matter? What are you trying to tell me? Is there a cat? Is there a cat? What is it? It's okay. And I thought, I know it's not hexagons, but it really reminded me of something bold and graphic that would go, I like to mix things in. So I've done that in a big A5 for you. So you can get, you haven't got to see it, stitch it together. I can't get my words out. So that's the A5. Let's have a look. There we go, Cosmos and the print. Kerry's used it a lot in black and white. I'm going to be using it in embossing on a darker colour in a demonstration today. Look at that. Isn't that just stunningly simple? Gold, black and white. A gem embellishment. absolutely beautiful. But then when you use it with your colour, it comes alive too. It looks really modern, I think. It's a fab little shaker. Some real, it gives it almost like a tropical vibe. Yes, it's got a similar vibe to the Moroccan, hasn't it? But it's much cleaner, much bigger. It just hasn't got that kind of, it's just way more geometric, I think. Little horse, need that background. Yes, it's gigantic. So we have got 2 A6 stamps as well, but let me just show you the stencil while I've got that to hand, if I can find something to put it on. So slightly smaller than A5 stencil, so you've got a different, it's a different shape to the stamp one. So it's bigger, so you could layer. And I purposely left some extra gaps for you when designing it, so it's got a real kind of uniqueness to it. But this acts like an embossing folder for you as well. Where was that one that Kerry had done? I'm not going to be able to find it now, am I? It's got bees on it. So that's Kerry putting it through her die cutting machine with the embossing, the spongy mat. So yes, you can use it for your inks and your embossing and create different textures, but you can also emboss with it, which is, oh, to use by more fabulous sentiments. Stop looking, Tracy, I haven't shown you that yet. The camera's a bit higher today, so I didn't have to duck. Right, okay, yeah, let's show you the sentiments. So you guys, you all love, don't you, the happy everything and the sending smiles. So I've done a little mini one to go with this, only because there wasn't that many things that went with yay, and I thought I'm not going to make things up just for the sake of it. So, okay, horse, okay. He's really trying to tell me something. It's like talking to Lassie here. Is there somebody down a mine shaft or something? So this is bigger than the other ones, the yay. So it really makes an impact, really makes a focal point on its own on your card. And then in that same font, as you all love, that scripty one with the others, you've got birth. So you've got birth yay instead of birthday. A horse, you know, when people say fry yay and stuff like that. I didn't put that one in because I thought you're not only going to send a card on a Friday, are you? But you know what I mean. So you can have happy birth yay. Yay you. Yeah, you did it. Yay, congrats. And of course, I'm sure, and Kerry said this as well, because we've already got another one of these in the pipeline that we've all thought of, that you're going to be able to find mix and match ones that you love yourselves. But yeah, I just thought it was fun, and it's a way to kind of continue on your collection of those sentiments. One last stamp, and then that's the whole bundle. So like I say, it is a slightly bigger one, but we have done you a fantastic discount on HobbyMaker. I think there's well over £20, over £25, I think, off the bundle on the launch day to make it a really good deal for you. And then we've got this full Hessian stamp. So I'm going to show you how this looks. So I've got time for 2 demos tonight. Yeah, in fact, I was going to use the mono print. I think I might use this one. Or let's make both and then make a card with one of them. We're kind of rolling with it, aren't we? So that's the full Buzzing for You collection. But that's not where it ends on Friday. So I'm going to show you something else that's brand new, and it's only going to be available on HobbyMaker again. I don't know whether it will be on my website, this one. And I'm only going to show you part of it, and it's going to be a stencil kit. So it's going to be 4 brand new stencils and some pastes and some bits and pieces in a box. But this is kind of an exclusive extra. So it's not part of the main collection, but what I think is I wanted to do 4 really detailed stencils that go really well with your brushes, and there's plenty more of those on the way as well. The little stencil brushes. And I just wanted to do some real like classic yet modern and detailed stencils for you, because you all asked me for more. So we've got this way forward, which is arrows and lines and things like that. We've got geotile, which you saw me demonstrate last week on Facebook. We've got deco shells, which the design team have absolutely fallen in love with. They look great with your inks and even better with your embossing, and a classic polka dot circus. So different to your polka dot stamp, it is really fine and irregular. This is like your classic polka dot dress, if you like. Remember Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman in that beautiful beige and white, or beige and cream dress. Oh, so yeah, let's make some backgrounds with 2 of the new things. So I'm not going to demonstrate the bees because I really want it to be like an exclusive thing for everybody on Friday, but I am going to mix in some of the backgrounds with this week's flash deal that I've still got on for you is the pampas grass that I've reduced to just £6 for a few days. So I'm going to see how that mixes in with the others, because we always talk about how my designs try and do that and keep your older designs in mind. So, would work fab on the dress stamp. Oh, yes, it would. Well, the stamps, the background stamps, the stencils, all of it, wouldn't it? So let's do the big one first on this big piece, shall we? I think I might need some tape. I think those magnets are going to get in the way. Oh my god, it's giant. Let's get some tape. You're not very happy about something, are you, horse? You settle down a bit now. And I'm going to emboss in, oh no, pistachio, that's not the one I wanted. Got some metallic gold, normal gold, and then I've got the California gold as well, so we'll have a play with those. Let's see if those will stop this getting in the way. It's such a big stamp. I mean, we'd chop it down anyway, so it's no big deal. That'll be fine. I really want to see what it looks like. Ooh. Oh my god, it smells amazing. I just love big background stamps, do you? I do try and keep them to the A6 if I can, just to save you guys a little bit of money, but sometimes a big bold pattern just deserves a big bold stamp. All right. And how cute is it going to look even with your flowers over and things like that? It's not just, you know, for with the bees. You know how much we love mixing those delicate flowers with those bold prints. So I think I'm going to need a lot of anti-static here right now. Sorry, just checking everything. I haven't missed anything too much while I was in the middle of it. So yeah, just to go over anybody that's joined a little bit late, the HobbyMaker shows on Friday the 1st of April, and it's at 2 till 3 and then 4 till 5. And then I'll be home with a glass of wine in my hand, hopefully by about 6 o'clock. Or maybe 6:30, 7, something like that. But it's that close, it's only about half an hour away, which is much, much easier for me. So I think we'll now definitely have to do this a couple of times to make sure. Those magnets are just getting in the way. We'll just stick with the tape. There we go, one more I think. It's quite solid, so yeah, when you're using your coloured inks as well, you probably will need a couple of goes, but it should be worth it. Oops, and a good press. Sliding all over the place. Right, that seems to have picked up all of it. Pop it back on there. And let's go for the glittery one. Let's see how that looks. Oh no, they're both glittery, sorry. Yeah, let's go for the kind of classic gold rather than the California gold on this one. I've been waiting to try this, the ink emboss on it, for ages. There's my bit of scrap. Oh, even before I've heat set, that looks fabulous, doesn't it? I need to put my back in. I might just about have enough. So this is like mainly gold with just a tiny fleck of the glitter. And then let's heat set that. Should be really bold. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know what? It's give me, oh horse. Sorry, one second. Sorry guys, he spotted some dog he doesn't like outside. I think he's calmed down now. So yeah, it's got such a different feel now. Don't you think it feels more Art Deco-y than it did? I can't believe how different it can look in just different colours. And I know that sounds pretty obvious. But look at that compared to the pink. It's just got a completely different vibe about it. And then compared to the black, I don't know, I know that sounds really obvious, but it really looks completely different to me. Anyway, I'm super chuffed with that. So let's do the Hessian one in some embossed as well. And then let's decide which one we want to use for the finished card. So I should be able to use my magnets for this because the Hessian one's smaller. And again, this is where we mix in kind of what's quite popular right now in home decor and things like that you know I love. So probably seeing there are lots and lots of kind of natural weave fabrics at the moment, aren't there? Bamboo, Hessian, burlap, all those kind of things. And that's where I really like to bring those and the patterns that I see when we're out shopping and stuff like that, and mix them into your craft. So we'll go with the California Gold for this one, and I've got a kind of grey pearl here. So I really thought this might give it a modern, different look. And again, make the perfect base for either this pampas grass, or if I end up using it for one of the flowers, I'm not sure yet. But I just love the kind of open weave texture. Can't really tell with this paler one, so I'm going to go in one more time just to make sure. Oh, I think it's okay. So much harder to tell when you're embossing a lighter card, isn't it? And then when you haven't got the electric lights on you as well, because normally it picks up everything for you. But the good thing about this one, actually, in comparison to the monoprint, the Hessian, because it's so much more kind of organic, I don't think it would matter if you missed a bit. Whereas I think that really bold monoprint pattern, I think you'd want that absolutely perfect, shouldn't you? And I think it'd look great, this, in your kind of browns and greys, and maybe a bit of water spray, and just make a really cool background for anything. So let's get some embossing powder on this one. So yeah, this is California Gold. The other one was Gold Sparkle, I think. I think they're both on my website if you need any to top up. Oh, I love that already. It's not even heat set. I'm obsessed with these kind of like bold backgrounds that aren't too delicate. That's really going to look cool. Hessian with the sunflower, good idea, Tracy. Yeah, I honestly think it would go with most of your florals and things. So let's get that heat set. It's much more yellowy orange, this gold. But I like them both for different things. That is yummy. So I'm probably going to chop these down a bit. Oh, how sparkly that is. I missed a bit there. I think it's okay. So I'm not going to make a decision now because I really can't decide. I'm going to let stamp and do the pampas grass. And then once we've got it all together, we can make a decision. So, pampas grass, stamp. I've got some watercolour card here because I'm going to use one or two of my pens. Those of you who've had the carrying pens, if any of you are around right now, how are you getting on with them? So, yeah, I think I'm going to heat emboss it again. I know it's a lot of heat embossing tonight, but I really want it to all kind of match. So I'm going to do all 3 leaves and the little vase. But I'm going to do it so I get a nice crisp finish. I'm just going to do it in a gold regular, not a glittery one. You could absolutely, but I don't want to go too overload on the glitter. What am I talking about? Why not? And I tell you what, the little vase looks really cute in like acetate and vellum if you've got little scraps lying around. Or you do 5 or 7 of the leaves rather than just 3 to make it look really full. Looks really cool. Really nice, isn't it, Margaret? Something really different. So it's quite sketchy. So again, I'm not being too precious about making sure it's absolutely perfect when it's stamped, because I'm on textured card and just the design of it is very sketchy anyway. I really just need it to be a guide for my watercolouring and to tie in with what we've done so far. So nothing showing up on that yet. Put a strip of the house in. Oh yes! Make it look like a tablecloth. Wow! What a fantastic idea. Tracy, you come up with some of the best ideas. Doesn't she? Just get some more back in there. Is Maxine around tonight? I know she was having some problems with her heat embossing. I haven't seen her yet. Just seeing if she was getting on any better with everybody's tips. I think that's done. Right, let me just grab my pens. So I'm going to show you tonight, I'm only going to be using a little bit of these pens, but they also have blenders. So you've seen me use them with, I can't get my words out, with water on a brush. before, but actually sometimes that's just not convenient. Maybe you're travelling or whatever, and you do have blender brush pens as well. The reason that I show you both is because I think, well, you know, one, it might not be convenient, and eventually those blender pens are going to run out, aren't they? And if you don't really want to buy more, you can buy more, but if you don't want to, then you've always got the option. I don't know whether I want to go more browns or, I don't know, I'm going to get a few colours out and test them on the edge, I think. I've got browns and greys and a little bit of blue to give the vase a little bit of shape. So let's do that bit first. I'm just going to do it tiny, tiny little bit. Just want it to look, let's see if we can come in a little bit more. It's going to dry now on that card by the time I've done this. A little bit better for detail. Oh, no, that's brown. That's my blender. That was nearly a disaster, wasn't it? So can you see? It's not so much of a painted look, I don't think, as when you use water, because it's just not as wet, but it still gives you, you know, you still lose all the harsh lines. So it still gives you that softer look. Slightly different though, I think, than using water. Right, let me test out these. I can't decide which of these greys and browns I want to use, which are going to blend with each other, because there's so many different shades in that big set. That's, I don't know, is that too dark? Or maybe we need a bit of dark. Oh, I don't know. No. I really don't know. I think I'm going to go this because I feel like the others are a bit too cool, and I feel like the yellowy browny might bring out. Mind you, you've got the gold from the edge. Let's try the greyish ones. Let's be bold. So was that one and that one? I've forgotten now, look. Not paying attention. That's the dark one. Right, okay, let's start with a bit of dark. Oh, did she like it, Sue? Sue did the daughter a Pampas Grass card off her granddaughter for Mother's Day, was it? Sorry, Tracy, you said the beige tones. I've gone grey. But we can always do another one, can't we? I think I've done quite a few Pampas Grass cards with the beige tones, so maybe this will give people some different ideas. Getting colours right sometimes can be really hard, can't it? And sometimes you just have to go with it. So I've done the darker. I've basically done the exact same thing that I do every time with a flower as well. And I've put the darker tones at the bottom and then going up to the lighter. I'm going to need to take the lighter a little bit further out and round, just so there's not too much white. And then just doing kind of little circles with that blender brush. It smells like something from my childhood, that bit. Oh, I'll tell you what it smells like. Do you remember those pen erasers you used to use for a fountain pen? It smells like those. Probably shouldn't really sniff it, should I? So these two I tend to do sitting behind, so they can probably have a bit darker further up because it will give it a bit more depth overall, I think. Oh, do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? Oh dear. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let's do quite a lot of dark on this one. See what kind of different colour look we get. Lighter. So I think those are going to look really cool. Just whiz around them with my scissors and then we can put everything together. So tell me, out of what you've seen so far of the new collection, have you got a favourite so far? I'm sure lots of people say the bees. I will imagine that's why it's the kind of focal point. One that you feel you can't live without. Yes, I know I haven't demonstrated that tonight, but I really want it to be, because it's kind of like world launch for us as a brand as well. I really want it to be a special. I will be doing it on here as well on Monday, obviously. But as it's exclusive to HobbyMaker this time, I thought let's keep the big demonstrations of the big bits. So the live shows. Having 2 live hours, wow. All of it. Never seen those brushes before. Can you tell me a little bit about them? Do you mean they're brush pens? Anne, do you mean they're brush pens? Just pop in the comments. I'm guessing so. I haven't used any other brush yet. So if you've been the brush pens, Anne, they are called Carry, the brand. And they are water-based with a brush nib. So they blend into each other and blend with water and those clear blender pens as well. And I like them to get a kind of more softer watercolory look than your alcohol pens. Lots of people use alcohol pens as well. I have some. I use them sometimes, just a preference of what I prefer to work with. I do a lot of watercolour art, so I just find that kind of medium easier to work with. And yeah, if you want to have a further look, there's some more demonstrations on my YouTube channel, and they are on my website to buy, clairemanningcreative.co.uk. I don't think I've got the big set left in stock now after the NEC, that I think we sold them all, but the medium set, which is 26 colours and a blender, I think that's in stock at the moment. 2. Hope that helps, but give me a call, give me a shout, sorry, on here if you've got any other questions. But they're very, very high quality inks and they blend really well, particularly on your watercolour card, because they're a bit like having watercolour ink or paint in a pen, which is just so much easier to use, isn't it? If you're not a natural painter or a skilled painter that you've practiced, it can be difficult to get how much paint on your brush and how much water on your brush correct. Right then, what do you think, guys? Which one shall we go for? So if we're putting these together, ignore that big bit around the edge because I've chopped this down anyway. So we've got them on the Hessian, or we've got them on a Splendid Proctor. I think it's got to be this, hasn't it, for today? And then I think I'm going to do one of the Cosmos for that, and then maybe I'll show you on Friday. Would you agree? I'm going to just chop that down. Seems a sin to chop it down any further, to be honest, but the card blank I've got out is 5 by 7. So and so you had a sneaky peek as well. So that should fit now perfectly on my 5 by 7 card blank. I'll find it under the mess of things that I just dump as I'm going. Yeah, that should fit. And then I just need a sentiment. So because that's dark, I'm going to do something which I very rarely do and just stamp my sentiment in black ink on a white piece of card. Hardly ever do that. And I'm going to use P.S. I Love You from the daffodil. So there are some daffodils going on the show as well, if you haven't already got it, because I haven't got many left. So I'm taking them to HobbyMaker to show everybody and see if anybody wants them before, because there's that lovely Easter card, and it's the right, I can't find my bit of scrap paper now. It's the right time of year for it, isn't it? It's got Happy Easter in, and it's that coming up to that time and all the daffodils and everything. So I thought I'll take it because it might be the last chance for this year that people want to get that one. I mean, you can have to make daffodil cards in September if you want, but seems a shame to miss out on it, and I haven't got that many left. Just going to chop that up and then pop all this together. Oh, I don't think that's very straight, never mind. P.S. I love you. So let's zoom back out a little bit, if I can, on this, without making it too wobbly. Just so I can get my whole mat in and we can get the full effect. So let's get this on first. So this is where, you know, sometimes if your background's a little bent because you've done a lot of heat embossing or a lot of watercolouring, things like that. Do you remember these that I showed you the other week? The completely flat foam pads, sticky. This is where I think they're amazing because that quick, and that is just going to completely hold that in place. As long as I put it on straight, of course. That part I can't really control. But that's really flatten that out straight away, and it's really sturdy now. No bend in that whatsoever. So it's really cool. And they're messing about with multiple bits. So let's put that down first. Move the glue. Oh, my glue's dried up. No, it hasn't. I haven't cut around these amazingly, I'll be honest, because I've been talking while I've been doing it. Oh, the TV's come back on. Sorry, 1 second. Must be when you pause, it comes back on after a while. It's alright, it's okay. Checking up on me. So we've got our little bars. And then, yeah, you could put these raised up a bit. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to glue them down. It's a nice thick card, so I think it gives it enough kind of dimension as it is. What are these? Saw them, but I wasn't sure. The did you mean the foam pads, sir? Let me show you the two different sizes they're coming. I'll stick this down and then I'll grab some more. Oh, horse. Oh, he's made himself jump there. Sorry, guys. And I'm going to have the P.S. I love you, I think, there. Grab some more sheets while I'm getting the other. So the size I've just used is A6, and then I do them in A5 as well. So it's basically, and you could chop this down or die cut it if you want, and it's double-sided adhesive each side, but it's really quite sturdy foam. It's not like too bendy or anything. You've probably seen many times when I've used funky foam, which is just not adhesive, and then I've put my own tape on. I've been looking for ages for really sturdy foam to go behind your mat and layers to make your cards much more sturdy. So there's on the website, there's packs of A5s, A6s, and then there's some other foam bits like these little strips, which are perfect. I'll show you now for your sentiments. So you just chop off a little bit of a strip that you need, and the hexagons that you've seen me use a few times that are great for your embellishments or your flowers and things like that. So I think the last thing it needs is just a couple of bubbles or gems or something like that. We've got the iridescent ones back in stock. I can't even count anymore how many times those have sold out. Honestly, I can't keep up with those. So let's put some of those on. If you haven't seen them before, so they're like little water droplets. Excuse all the ink on my fingers. But I know sometimes, almost every show we have lots of new people. So I do like to show people the things that they might have missed. So they're like little water droplets. Great for your flowers. Great for stuff like this. I'm really pleased with how kind of modern this is looking. But without being, I don't think it's going to date. It still looks classic. I'm trying to pick up a big one here. Tool. Let's have some little ones as well. Maybe a couple over here. There we go. Right then. Let's have a little clear down and have a closer look. I always make a mess. And I've gone over time slightly, haven't I? Over the hour I always plan, but here we go. Who cares? So bold. But pretty, modern. I think that's a great card. I'd be really happy to receive that. I'm quite chuffed with that tonight. And dare I say it, nothing went kind of wrong. I've still got a minute or so to make some kind of mess up, I'm sure. So thank you for joining me this evening, guys. Anyway, I hope that was useful. I will absolutely do something with the Hessian one too. And tune in on Friday and you might see it on set or something like that, because I'm really interested to see how the Cosmos looks on top of that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Friday 2 p.m, 4 p.m. on HobbyMaker. Don't ask me the channels, I can't remember. Is it 670 Sky, 73 Freeview? Can't remember. FreeSat. It's not on Virgin, but you can watch on their website, hobbymaker.co.uk. I will be back on here as normal on the Monday at 6 p.m. I know, horse, I know. So we're going to go and have some dinner now, aren't we? Oh my God. Hashtag me too. But yeah, we've got a busy week prepping, but a good busy week. A good, exciting. Say bye, horse. Say bye to everybody. Oh my God. Take care, guys, and I will see. Oh, I'm on Crafting Together with All Brands again on Thursday, 1 p.m. See you there first. Bye.